What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about knife sharpening. Obviously, you all know that I'm a big pocket knife guy and I have lots of pocket knives, and so does Leslie and so does Brianna. We have lots of pocket knives around here and we like to keep them sharp. Normally people just use a little sharpening stone, you know, whatever, that's totally cool. Today I'm warning you, we're going a little bit onto the premium side. This is not an inexpensive piece of equipment, but because we literally have dozens and dozens and dozens of knives to maintain around here, of course, I'm going to get something super cool, and this is it. So we're going to talk about TS Prof fixed angle sharpening system. This thing's really, really cool. I was just going through some of Brianna's knives. So Brianna's got a knife collection here. So we got a Heretic, is this a Manticore S, I think, or a Manticore E in cell shade green, which is pretty cool. Green's her favorite color. So we've got the, what is this thing? I forget what this thing is called. Anyway, Kershaw Livewire. This is the Kershaw Livewire, and I actually custom engraved some stuff on it for her. She's also got this, the Zombie Tech Signature Microtech Ultratech, so that's pretty cool. But the one that really needs some attention today, actually, is, I just kind of stropped those ones up, those are fine, is this little Send Cut here. This is just a very inexpensive Send Cut pocket knife that she uses quite a bit. It's got the Civivi Wii Send Cut Damascus with the G10 handles, and she uses it a lot, and as good as Civivi's edges are, this one needs a little touching up. She's got a couple little chips in there. So I'm going to show you what we do and how we do it. Okay, so the basis of a fixed angle sharpening system is a couple of things. We've got this long rod, which we'll get to in a second. We've got a couple of levers here. So this lever is going to loosen, and then we can actually change the sharpening angle by turning that knob. Okay, the other thing we can do is we can flip this lever right over here, and we can flip the knife over. So once we have the knife fixed in there, then we can do that as well. It's got an adjustment up here to keep your angle correct. It's got a little finger wheel dealy-do right here to keep the length correct, because depending on the size of the knife, you know, you don't want to go off the edge and do damage to your edge. And then I actually ordered these jaw extensions. Typically the jaws actually bolt straight to this black bar, but I actually got these jaw extensions because what it allows you to do is push them straight together. So if you're doing a very small knife, you know, ProTech Runt, for example, would be a good example, where the knife blade is very, very short and you want the jaws to be totally together. Or you can have them completely apart like that for doing like a pocket knife or a kitchen knife. And then over here we have stones. So I think it goes 150, 220, 400, 600, 1000, I think, something like that. So we'll put those on and we'll show you here in just a second. And yeah, so basically what we need to do then is clamp the knife in here, and so we can, and then we'll also select our angle, and then we will get going. All right, so in order to put the knife in there, what we're going to do is we're going to decide how we want to grab this knife, and I like to kind of keep the knife, I like to grab it kind of the same way every time. So we'll put this kind of, we'll center this up, and grab it right about here, something like that. Tighten up the jaws, move that one in just a little bit. And then what we'll do is we'll take our Allen key. It came with an Allen key, but of course I've since lost it, and I just use my normal ones that I normally use for everything. And then we'll grab this. Now, people will say, well, you're going to scratch your blade. This is aluminum. This is steel. It's not really going to scratch it. Maybe if it was a coating, it would probably be, you know, a little bit more of an issue, but there you go. So now we've got the knife grabbed in there. And the next thing we need to do is determine angle. So I actually bought this Klein angle finder. And so basically, as long as your table's relatively level, then you can put it right here, and that will determine what angle you have this set at, and you can set it very, very accurately. And so that's typically what I do. So we're going to set this. This knife is going to be set for 20 degrees. So we just go like that. It's probably going to be, all right, sure, close enough. All right, so then here we go. Now this one's got some chips we've got to fix in it. So we're going to go all the way back to our 150 grit. And the way this works is this jaw clips in here and springs in here. And this actually takes any 1 inch by 6 inch sharpening stone. And then we're just going to, I just want to make sure I clear the jaw there. Yep, okay. And so we're just going to start, we're going to go. Let me take that out of the way. So a couple things you want to be careful of is you don't want to hit the handle of the knife, but you do want to come all the way up to the plunge guide. And when you get out to the end here, you don't want to go like past halfway because you don't want to roll off the edge of the blade. This shouldn't take too long. And as soon as we feel a burr on the other side, yep, we'll go ahead and flip it over. And see how we feel there. Not enough here. Don't have a burr down here yet. So then we will go ahead and go to the next stone. And we're just going to continue the process all the way down the knife. Now, and when I go to a new stone, I typically flip it over to go the other way. And then I just give me a quick draw so that I can snap that old burr off, and we're just going to go. And of course, with every grit that you go up, it kind of goes more quickly. All right, so we're getting down to the end of it here with 1,000 and almost not polished, obviously, but yeah, that's very, very nice. So then at this point, we'll go ahead and take the knife out of the jaws. All right, so this is just my normal strop that I always use. I use some paste compound on it. Maybe I'll leave a link to that in the description. Just clean up that burr a little bit. Heck yeah. And we are back to good. Very nice. All right, so there you go. There is the TS Prof fixed angle sharpening system. They come in a couple of different kind of levels and various things. Like I said, mine has the aftermarket attachment of those jaw mover things. I can't remember what they're called. I'll leave a link to it all in the description. This is just a strop that I got off of Amazon that I used some paste on. And then, of course, the Klein angle finder. Then the only other thing I would say, besides what we've got here, is if you need to find the angle on your knife that you haven't discovered which angle it is, then you could just mark the edge of it with a Sharpie and then loosen this and put the finest gauge on here. And then just when you wear off that edge, the Sharpie, then set that there and then use this to take note of what that angle is. And then you can just always sharpen your knife to that angle from that point. Super consistent, gives you a super edge on basically everything. If the knife is really, really tiny, it might be a little bit difficult. It's hard to do like a Swiss Army knife on it. But anything, you know, normal EDC size, even down to a little 2-inch blade, can be done on this thing, and it works really well. So I'll leave a link to it all in the description. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you in the next video.